The Hoosick woman who was on a cocktail of prescription drugs when she hit and killed a bicyclist with her car will now spend 2.5 to 7 years behind bars. That fateful crash happening in September of 2012. Jennifer Lukey reports that the victim left behind a loving family who was in Rensselaer County court for today's sentencing.
As Becky Goodermote sat somberly in the courtroom, wiping tears from her eyes, Matt Rattelle's family recounted just what she had taken away from them.
I waited and waited for my husband to come home from an everyday bicycle ride.
An everyday ride along Route 22 in Hoosick that turned into tragedy. Becky Goodermote hit Matt from behind, throwing him 30 yards into a field.
In that single moment, my whole world stopped. I didn't know it at that time, but I had just begun the rest of my life as a single mom of 3 beautiful kids.
Goodermote never stopped. It was a family friend who turned her in after noticing front-end damage on her car.
A son, a brother, an uncle, a husband, a stepfather, a father, and an amazing friend lie in that field, alone, to die. Fortunately, there was a guardian angel driving shortly behind Miss Goodermote, and they made the 911 call.
Matt was in a coma for a few months before his family had to make an excruciating decision.
You, through your selfish, careless, and stupidity, chose, through your cowardly act, to deprive us from our life together.
The day of sentencing was originally scheduled for November 26th, and that day would have been very fitting because 1 year ago on that day, I was forced to accept that my husband couldn't fight anymore. Our unborn baby would never meet his daddy. Our 2-year-old little boy, who watched with me in the window every day for daddy to come home from work, would never see daddy come home again. And how do you tell a teenage daughter?
When it was Goodermote's turn to address the court and the family of the man she killed, she knew words wouldn't do much help.
But I do pray that one day they will find in their hearts to forgive me.
But that day is likely a long way off.
I only hope that you get a lot of time away from society to think what you've done and how many people you've hurt. May you rot in hell.
In Troy, Jennifer Lukey, CBS 6 News.